So tell us one of your stories from a company that you had a roster program in.
Uh, in the in the first year in this one company I went into, it was a chicken plant, and in the chicken plant that year they had 1,400 lost days. 1,400 in the prior years, and it was climbing. It had been like 1,100 the year before, then went to 1,400 the year before I got there, and in the year that I was in there, the very first year that I got in that plant, it went from 1,478, I believe it was, to 14. That's how fast this stuff works. From 1,400 to 14. And those were according to their own numbers that they handed to me. And basically 2 years later they fired me. Somehow this was leaking back into their hospital. What is most important? What is most important is the health of the hospital or the health of the employee. This is one of the things that has absolutely irritated me every time I go into some of these places and I clean house. I literally just clean house of all the repetitive injuries in that. And then they think, boom, okay, and they don't need me. Well, they don't need me, but the problem is what they do is, and I'm fine with them not needing me, but what they do is they take away the program too. And so eventually everything climbs back to where it was. And that's where they want their employees. It's a control mechanism for employees. When they worry about their job, when they worry about their health, when they worry about their, being able to do another job somewhere else or whatever, what happens is this is a form of control over your employees. If they are constantly in pain, and they can stay within a reasonable amount of pain, but they can keep coming to work. That's where the company wants them. Absolutely. As soon as they're out of pain, they can think better. They quit taking pills. Suddenly they think, I could do something else. But if they've got that going for them, the company has that going for them. Because keep in mind, I have talked to safety officers, I have talked to HR people, I have talked to the nurses. I had a nurse once at least once, who said they didn't like feet. Really? Yes, and so they should be covered, and so you shouldn't be, and what I thought was absolutely amazing about that was one of my father's issues, was he hated bare feet. He couldn't stand being around bare feet. And so this woman who, and keep in mind, when you go into the factories, what you do is I would always bring in 100 pair of socks with me. And so that every time you did a new person, you put on a new pair of socks. And so that was always taken care of hygienically, so it was never any kind of an issue. But companies get used to having a certain amount of disability. And it's something that they'll tell you, oh, they don't want any of that. But as soon as you offer them a solution, they're not interested. They want to do it the way it looks like I'm doing something good for my employees. Yes, we have this health plan. We have this doctor. We take care of people through this doctor. Well, yes, I know it's not working, but what we're going to do is we're going to change doctors. We're going to use this doctor, and we're going to use this PT, and we're going to use this health system right over here. But it looks like this one, but this one is new, and we're going to use this new one right here. Oh, that's not working either. Okay, well, we're going to move on to this other one. Whereas when I come in, everything starts working. All the work that those people put in, and when I say this, when you put people in place in the plant that the people already trust, not the management, the people themselves trust, what happens then is you get people that can help each other on a regular basis. My arm's killing me today, Karen, can you help me? Yes, come on over, we'll do it in 10 minutes. Boom, they get done, they go back to the line, they're happy, they're safe. They have gotten, they've gotten the relief that they wanted to, and they did it in 10 minutes. Or they can go to the emergency room, that's 4 hours, and they can get x-rays, and they can get pills, and they can get, I mean, this is an opioid crisis. You notice that it's a crisis now. The opioid crisis is a crisis now because we have whites that are in trouble, as opposed to it was a drug war when it was black and brown people. This is, it should have been a crisis back at the very beginning when we had all of these people going on drugs. A lot of these drugs that they're going on, and especially now, are man-made, hospital approved, drug company approved, government approved, all of that stuff. And it drives me nuts that they are out there trying to say that this is a crisis, and now they want to help people. Keep in mind, how they want to help people is put them in a nice long program, then when their insurance is done, they're out the door. And that's crap. That is a perfect example of Rossiter crap.